Don't you find it just a little bit strange that all of these former Trump supporters have mind melted at the same exact time, all using the same script to come out against him, all at the same time? Normally in the past, what would happen is that they would defect slowly, one at a time, maybe different times, one in 2020, one in 2021, maybe.
You've got to look at the character of the people you're speaking of.
So what should you do? Reject her altogether?
Yes, we should reject her altogether. I'm sorry. I understand.
Like you always say, take the win.
On one issue, not over a blanket thing. If she decided to vote on one piece of a policy I like, I'd say good for you. No. But that does not erase everything.
Why are you so welcoming?
There is something I want to show you. Recently, conservatives are largely mocking, criticizing, expressing skepticism about Representative Oma's recent comment, urging Democrats to embrace, give credit, or put our arms around former strong Trump MAGA supporters like ex-Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and Candace, who have publicly broken with President Trump, especially over issues like what is currently going on. Omar made this remark in mid-April 2026 interview on the Pod Save American podcast. And there have been a lot of reactions to all this. Before we go into these full details, I just want to show you this video.
Don't you find it just a little bit strange that all of these former Trump supporters have mind melted at the same exact time, all using the same script to come out against him, all at the same time? Normally in the past, what would happen is that they would defect slowly, one at a time, maybe different times, one in 2020, one in 2021, maybe one in 2017, but they all doing it at the same time. It's almost like they had a meeting, especially the Hodge twins, really shocked. Marjorie Taylor Greene was not a surprise. Joe Rogan is leaning to fall off the Trump train. Tucker, Megyn, Candace, all at the same time. Alex just recently apologized to Candace. There's something bigger at play here. And maybe they're setting up the 2028 election and they don't want a MAGA candidate in there. This is my thinking. They don't want a MAGA candidate. So they're going to band together. They're going to speak against Donald Trump and MAGA. So when the election comes around, some of these people may be paid handsomely, but also they may want spots in the cabinet. And they've already been told, we need you to denounce Donald Trump. We need you to denounce Donald Trump and everyone that he supports. We want you to denounce MAGA, and we want to get rid of that base. So we need your 40 million followers or whatever it is amongst all of these guys on social media to keep hearing the banging of the drum, the banging of the drum. You have very strong support. And we want to make sure that we get that base to vote for whoever we want to win. And it's going to be some moderate Republican. All these people will remain Republicans. They're just no longer MAGA. Watch this space, because you're going to start seeing the fruits of their labor come out. And you're also going to see them be rewarded for their treachery.
Yes, this is something I actually did not want to put my mouth in it. But at some point, it is important. I'm just reporting so you can see exactly what is going on. What he said here, this is just his personal thought on these issues. And I've seen a lot of people saying what he says is the truth. They are taking money. This is happening. I don't know. I believe that people have different opinions when these kind of issues are happening. We have seen skepticism about people giving out opinions. The reason people love Trump was this, was that. That's why I supported, like what Joe Rogan said on this clip.
A lot of MAGA supporters seem to be growing disillusioned by what they voted for. And two bitter adversaries in D.C. are actually on the same page about what to do about it. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who have long history of feuding with each other. Can people say, yes, we disagree on many things, but we agree on this, that this cannot continue.
Well, just think that if you voted for Donald Trump 3 times, this country is on fire. We are in trouble. People will be...
And I see this first on a human level. If somebody passionately agrees with me on one issue and we disagree on other things, I look for the movement forward we could have on that one issue, even if I may never agree on that other thing. But politically speaking, there are some candidates and some Democrats who've been out there and saying, I don't want a single Trump voter. I don't need a single one. Jasmine Crockett famously said that, and James Tallarico beat her for the Senate nomination in Texas as the Democrat. Katie Porter said similarly about her bid for governor in California. You have to be willing to grow your coalition with people who got duped, who thought the economy was going to be stronger, thought the border was going to be secure, but it was only going to be the bad guys who were taken out. And you got to welcome them in.
Donald Trump has not changed one bit.
But if it was just about... Yeah, but if it was just about being against Donald Trump, the Democrats would have won in 2024. Welcome a convert, and also on policy, I think,
changed,
too.
actually. He used
Coalition during the election period is something I've not seen in a long time. We were seeing people in different places coming together for a common goal, and it is obvious that the president will do things that not everyone agreeing with. That is the fact. There are still some people that will actually realize, oh, maybe what he did was he had all right to do that. They'll come back. So I'm just keeping my finger crossed to be observing. Now, taking a look at calculating the view, some say, oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene should not be accepted back or should not be welcome in the Democrat Party. They have been struggling for a very long time to convince her to join the Democrat Party. She refused, that she cannot do that. Take a look back. Alyssa here worked with the Trump administration. She was welcome with this calculating the view. She has worked with them for a very long time. You will not see some kind of outrage about that. Liz Cheney, we saw Liz Cheney. She was welcome in the Democrat Party until she had to campaign with them. That should tell you a lot. Now, her own case is something, I don't get it. She has been outspoken about this administration now, for a very long time, saying all ridiculous things about this administration. But saying this kind of hypocrisy is something I don't get. Someone posted this. Didn't Alyssa work for Trump? They welcomed her with open arms once she left. But she still leans to the right and respect MTG, who they hate. Why does she get a pass? They welcome Liz Cheney and Lindsey Graham at one point too. So it feels hypocritical here. That is the truth. Everyone is thinking like this.
I'm in support of that.
Until the First Lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick.
I have 300
are saying, we trusted the wrong person. We are sorry for that, and we need all of you to wake up to the fact that you've also trusted the wrong person, I think is an important thing for us to put our arms around and say, yes, then now let's figure out how do we save our country from the disaster that this man has created.